Okay, so we're doing a channel update today, and it's very important that everybody that's on the channel, or just people period end of it, check out the channel update that I have right here, because I'm going to drop this on you and try to make it as fast as possible, not super long. What's important about this, okay, is first off, okay, all my videos are going to be produced in 4K. Okay, we're going to have, since time has begun, if you look at the beginning of the channel, there was a few videos at the beginning that were not in 4K, and right now, all the videos for a long time, for months now, have all been in 4K. That's because I'm using a production tool to produce up to 4K. Nobody, like, okay, when you drop a video on YouTube, it is not upgraded to 4K. 4K is a special thing. You have to format your videos to 4K. And most people don't know this, okay? So that's kind of something that needs to be gone over, that if you go in and you're watching this and you're watching my channel and some of the videos look like crap, you might want to take a look at what are you watching it on and what do you have it set to. Some people's phones are kind of cheaper phones and they don't have all that ability to do like 4K or high graphics. And then also, if you're watching it on TV, which is the best way to watch YouTube, really. However, there is something we're about to go over real quick with that. Basically, if, say you're doing YouTube, you're making videos for people, and the best way to watch it really is the TV, right? So for me, I really got attached to YouTube because of TV. But there's stipulations to that, okay? So I use production type tools that you can buy, online, that I pay for, and there's stuff like that. Not everybody has to do that. When it comes to making YouTube videos, you can just upload videos like some people do, and it's like doesn't cost you anything at all. There's an extremely high amount of videos that are produced on YouTube that nobody does anything. They're just basic videos, and they don't put any effort into making the videos, and they have millions of subscribers. So it's about what people like to check out or watch. Let's just throw an instance out there. Like there's K and K, right? They got millions of subscribers. And they just upload videos. They don't really doctor them up. They don't spend time with production, stuff like that. And I actually do. I actually have a lot of tools and resources. I actually have a program. Originally, when I first did all of this, I had the programming from the get-go, and I just didn't want to, I didn't know how to use it precisely. A lot of people can use YouTube Studio. I don't use YouTube Studio because there's just not enough there for me to really make videos that are good. It's just not, it's not making what I wanted to make. There's a lot more I want to do. Now, my program does come with AI enhanced stuff. I've got photo, I've got video, all kinds of stuff that can do AI. But I'm not really into the whole AI thing, really. It's going to take a lot of testing, a lot of work on, with that. So basically this channel update is I'm describing everything that you need to know. And there's an important part, so I need you to stick with the video. Don't click off of this yet. Right now I'm about to tell you something that most people don't know. Okay, so if you're watching YouTube on your TV and you notice some of my videos don't have sound for background sound for some old school video games, well, I found out exactly what the hell that is, and it's YouTube. So even though I've ran it through a program to upconvert stuff, you could take the sound and move it up or move it down, and that's not going to change a damn thing. YouTube is looking at the encoded level frequency, and they actually they just rolled this out within, I don't know if it's been the past year or so. And so basically videos that you put up on there, you may notice that the sound isn't there on the apps. So I need this to come across to you guys to understand what I'm talking about, because some videos, if you notice that sound is not there or really low, it's because of YouTube, not because of me. And here's how you can tell. So say you watch it on TV all the time, right? Okay. And you're like, why isn't there any sound here? This sucks. So I have to go to bat with YouTube to try to get this fixed. And also there's like a sound mixer I'll have to use to take the signal to a certain level to try to circumvent what they have in their programming. It's stupid. A lot of people, I've noticed this with other people's videos too. It's not just me. So it doesn't matter what I use or if I produce it at all, okay? It's the TV apps. So say you have an app on your Xbox, an app on your PlayStation, or your TV app, or your Wii app. The apps are the ones that are not updated all the time and don't work properly. They have problems, okay? So what you may have to do is uninstall the app and reinstall it and see if it'll give you the latest version. Because most of the time, they do not update these at all. It's actually a bunch of hoopla. So I was very upset when I found out that some of the videos that I did on the app, on the TV app, there's no in-game sound or it's really low. And I was getting this for a long time, and I tried different methods every time, tried all different types of stuff. As you'll see recently, I posted a Ninja Turtles video, and it was processed and done perfectly with the sound perfect. And it's not over decibel level either. So, say these older games, they have a sound in them that's kind of like, it's at a different frequency level than all the other games. So if you play a game that says like it's brand new, it's HD 4K or something, that's going to work just fine, okay, for their TV app, because it compares the two signals and it should be at a certain wavelength for the HD for 4K. So that's where I'm getting screwed, and I shouldn't have to deal with this. You didn't have this a few years ago, but you do now. They rolled this out underneath everybody's thing. As far as YouTube, if you go in there, you go into the video that is like missing sound, and you go over to the far right, and there's a little gear icon. You click on that, and it says something about normalization of sound. You can click it on or off, and it's probably already on or something. If you look at stats for nerds, it might say 100%, but then 36 or 60%. There's a slash there. It's stupid that they did this, and even music and other people are complaining about this. So I am working diligently to just format. I'm going to have to reformat or do something to bypass their stuff. And so that's really a pain in the butt. I shouldn't have to do that. So, you'll notice, now I know we've already been going here, but you need to listen. If you can tell that there is a problem, because try that same video on your cell phone while it plays the music just fine, and it sounds just fine. Now play it on your computer. If you play my videos on your computer, it has sound just fine for the in-game, like for the Ninja Turtles, right? And so, like I said, if you play this, you'll notice that it can be the settings on your Xbox or settings on your PlayStations or settings on your TV. It could be all types of things. Well, not really. It's really YouTube's app. And you'll go through a long list of fighting stuff. I did all kinds of upgrade to my sound card and all this other stuff, and messing with all the other type of sound features. I do have a sound controller where it runs the audio through this controller through HDMI, but there's no point in using that. You know, the point is YouTube, even downloading the software for like sound and stuff and to modulate that frequency, it's looking at the embedded coding. It's not looking at the actual proper frequency. It's looking at coding or something. So YouTube naturally nerfs your videos that you put out. I think it does it on purpose until you're monetized, maybe. I don't know. This is something that we've been working. I've asked them, and they don't have a clue. I'll ask them on a weekday when I get a normal person that should be working normal hours, right? Don't try asking them late at night, because they'll be like, man, you can report it, and that might help. But the best way to really watch YouTube is on your TV, because it'd be on a big screen TV watching YouTube. YouTube is great for at home, you know. You use it on your cell phone a lot because you're checking into stuff. Whenever you Google something, you look at videos, 90% of them are YouTube videos. That's just how it is. So for me, I put these videos out, and if you play them on your cell phone, your mobile phone device, it's just fine. If you play it on your computer, it's just fine. But if you play it on the damn apps, we've got problems. And that's because they're not updating the apps properly, and there's glitches. From what I know is it's important to know this for you guys. I'm putting this out there. Not too many people are talking about it, and there's people talking about why the apps have popping noises or all kinds of stuff like that, like popcorn noise or something. It's all over like the internet and Reddit, but YouTube doesn't know what to do. It's called just make an all new app, and everybody has to install that. That's how that works. Or maybe the best way to do it is just use your internet browser on your Xbox or PlayStation instead of using the app. So you'll use the browser, go to Chrome or go to Google, and then type in YouTube and go to YouTube that way, and you notice the video will play normally. It's really strange. But anyways, they kind of really want you to sign into the account, you know, and it's so much easier to have the app on your, you know, if you get like, say, 80% of the videos play properly, the apps have problems where they'll be green screened and all that stuff. This channel update isn't just about YouTube and their issues. I have caught them on these issues, and it's not me, and I just want you guys to know this as I continue on with the channel update. So keep an eye out. If, like I said, if you have like the video looks kind of crappy, go over to the gear icon and set it for your TV for 1080p or 4K. But all my videos are in 4K, so if you put it to 1080, it might look crappy. Okay, and so we get this out of the way so everybody knows, okay, because it's important that you know. I have noticed that on the app itself for your TV or for your Xbox, they just don't work properly. And the only way I can think is uninstall it, reset your console, turn it off, turn it on, do a fresh clear cache, reboot the system like a restart, and then give it a few, and then download YouTube all over again as a fresh app and see if that'll help. Sometimes a complete uninstall or a complete reset of the system sometimes might help, but who knows? I think it's really their app, and their app should not be janky. So we get that out of the way, that video and audio qualities can be messed up, and I have caught it, and it pisses me off. So, on to the next one. I did get a hold of some AI programming other than the AI programming that came with my software. And there's a lot of software out there that people will use, you know, and here's what's really crazy, you know, Adobe even has a software for making videos, you know, and video editing tools. I use video editing tools, and there's a whole bunch of stuff I could add, but I usually try to keep it easy and basic right now because there's no point in going super deep just yet. I think I'm going to concentrate more on maybe just baby videos and unboxing with going super cool looking, add as much content. And there's even more stuff. Like, I'm just getting started. So if you think about it, there's going to be really, like, I'll have stuff popping up on the screen, altered images, AI, Like you'll take a clip and part of a clip will be altered AI, or your face turns into a demon or something, stuff like that. And there's going to be all kinds of stuff down the road. So I don't want to spend a ton of time focusing, because whenever you make these videos, it takes hours, okay? It can take 15 minutes to an hour or more. Anybody that does production videos, they will tell you it takes a while. And even with the fastest processor with the most memory, even if at first, you know, the stuff might work fast, but I'm telling you now, the stuff slows down the more you do. It's almost like, you know, time just gets to everything. But none of it's fast. And the more creative you get means the more time you put in it. And just imagine how much, like, I'll put a lot of time into some videos, like, say, I've got a Maniac Mansion video I'm working on, and I'm trying to cut out the images that are animated, and I'm going to have them walk around on the screen, and that's a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be additionally creative, doing extra steps other than just a base video, giving you the eye candy, giving you this and that, doing all kinds of extra steps, more editing than before. Like I put some good work into the Pinbot video that you might see on there. There's another video I tried to do a lot of additional stuff. Was it the Doom 64 coverage? So there's a lot of stuff where I try to put some extra content in there, and some of it I could do even more, but it's like, man, do I really want to spend forever on this? You know, I want it to be better than most people's other videos out there. I've seen their videos, and it's literally either just gameplay or them talking about it. So, and some of them actually do a good job. I could reference you a few people, but I think some of those guys, you'll notice they only upload one video a month or one video every few weeks. So those guys are editing and processing, and they work at a job. So you can tell, you know. So, but there's people out there that do it on the fly and have other people help them make videos, and they pay them. So when you have like 1 million subscribers, you can do that. Unfortunately, Kay and Tay, they just keep it basic, and they're racking it in by keeping it basic. And that's fine. There's a lot of people out there, you know, Hannah and them, they keep it pretty basic. I watch everything on YouTube, people. I mean, I am like one of the biggest critics. I will point out everybody's channels, and I see them all. I fish around and search around and watch almost everything you can. But it's not just that. We've got a lot of baby videos coming. We're going to be doing this for over 20 years. So we're going to keep going on with the content. It's not going to stop here. It's going to keep going. Sometimes there will be days where I just don't drop a video, and that's for a good reason. I'm busy. You know, just like anybody. And I think that Sabrina, there was a time where I would let her upload videos, and me and her have to work together on trying to get the content. I just put a video out last night, and I realized it cut off the words show on the video after the fact that I posted it, which I was busy, and we had the kid and this and that video, everything was fine pretty much, but it's just a base baby video. And I put in the words up there, and I wanted to do stuff with the words, and I wanted to add more stuff, but I didn't want to oversaturate. But I noticed the word show was cut out, so that was kind of like, oh man, you know, I was thinking that it was a widescreen video, you know, where the words don't get cut out, but when you shrink it, the short videos have to be shrunk down to the 9:16 or the 16:9 or whatever in the heck it is, and it has to be less than 3 minutes to do shorts. And I want to get good shorts out there, but you got to capture the kid when it's just right. And some other shorts are going to be like, you know, we're going to be doing like comedy, we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. They say an all-in-one channel can't make it, or it has a harder time making it, and I'm fine with that. I don't care, you know. But the reality is not really, because if you really are producing a lot of stuff and you got a lot for people, people might be more interested in an all-in-one channel. The thing is everybody has their favorites, you know. So you know you're going to go in there and watch your UFOs, or you know you're going to go in there and watch the news. Maybe you want to watch Gutfield. Maybe you want to watch the kids, so many followers, those million channels, those channels with the million followers. I actually have YouTube accounts from day one. I mean, we're talking like 2007 time or something around there, and the YouTube itself is, a great thing. When it first came out, it wasn't really that we were not watching it. It was more like we really wanted to see it like get bigger, and now it has. And you'll remember that way back in the day, it used to be like subscribe, and then they changed it to join, and then they changed it back to subscribe. So it was, they were trying to make it like another way to watch TV, and you would subscribe to these channels, and those channels would make money, or something. I don't know what they were thinking back in the day. It was a lot easier to maybe make money back in 2012 off of YouTube than it is now. They've put a lot of restrictions in. It's not about making money for me, okay? First off, I'm doing this, and a lot of people might fail to understand, but the main reason why I'm doing this is to document and to explore and to show our lives and the future and show you all these cool things. It's basically like to be embedded in the internet, in the circuits of time itself. See, the thing is people, we die. So how are you going to be remembered? So the only way is right now is put yourself on the internet. Put yourself in the circuits, AI programming may take over and may wipe us all out at some point. I don't know, So there's a lot of stuff that relates to what we want to do, and we're going to have travel, comedy, all kinds of stuff on the channel. And I try to do an unboxing video every week, but there's going to be a time where I'm going to be extremely busy, and it's not going to happen every week because there's so much. I have a lot of stuff, and I'm sitting on a lot of stuff, but it comes out slowly over time. Sometimes I'll do a lot more, sometimes I'll do a little less. It just depends. And we're going to do all kinds of cool stuff as time goes on. So if I'm just getting started now and I've got all these programs, I also have this AI program that I can use to change and alter faces and backgrounds and everything. And I've already got some of that kind of stuff on the program that I have originally. So I own these programs outright because they cost so much, right? It doesn't matter. I'm not really implementing them all yet. I've tested a few videos. I play around with it, but it's kind of like, we'll see. I don't want to be the AI guy, right? There's going to be stuff where you'll see the kid is like, say she'll be crawling on the floor, and then all of a sudden her face turns into a monster. There's going to be some cool stuff. It's just about taking the time to do it, and there will be a lot coming. Also, I wanted to state that other than just the hard work that I put in, I want you guys to know I don't get paid to do this. It is literally to document our reality. Now, at some point, I'm going to be over 1,000 subscribers. I might run ads, and that's about it. I'm not going to ask for memberships. That is ridiculous. Okay, so a lot of channels out there, especially recently, YouTube has kind of nerfed a lot of ways to make money for those channels that are having a harder time making money. But just so you know, there's a lot of channels out there that are asking for memberships. I do this on the side for fun. And some of the guys that I have watched for a long time just now started doing memberships, like, say, a couple months ago. I mean, literally, it's just so recent. Like, memberships are a big thing, and it's just like, that's just, you're going to hide content from everybody out there because what? I don't like doing that for people, or to people, all of it's out in the open, all of it. I'm not going to restrict access because you're not a member and I want to make extra money. Oh, just $1 a month or $5 a month. I mean, why would I want to do this? You know, why would I do that to people? That's so picky, you know? Like, okay, if YouTube is the only source of income you have, then damn. Okay, I guess you're going to have to do that. But it's called you got to get out and work. YouTube is like a side thing for us. So there will be times where she'll do videos, I'll do videos, and I got to train her up on some of the stuff. And before we release it, usually most videos will be released at nighttime. However, though, we're not in full swing just yet. So full swing comes after a certain point. Okay? And we will be doing more updates on the channel that state, you know, what's coming, what's going on, this and that. The community as itself isn't large enough yet. We're just hundreds. You know, imagine when there's like thousands. Okay? So there's a lot of people that go to work every day. And for them people, hats off to you, because some people literally are like kids running a YouTube channel, and they got a following of like almost 1 million or more. You know, like this Mr. Beast guy. You know, I don't understand why everybody loves him so much, but okay, whatever. You know, it's it's just, I might be older than him. That's what it is. So, a lot of people out there, I need you guys to know that there's a lot of content and a lot of stuff that we're going to just do. And we're going to run it for 20 plus years, or until YouTube can't do it. If I can't do it and Sabrina can't do it, then the baby that will be older when she's 18, she'll be running the channel and take over for her daddy and mommy. You know, who knows, right? And I do want to document our lives. It is about showing our lives and showing all kinds of stuff. And I think video games are also a great thing. At some point, and it's not going to be just yet, but at some point I'm going to do in-depth video game reviews where we're beating the entire game, and we're going to have couch co-op, we're going to have all kinds of stuff. Eventually we're even going to do podcast and live streaming. But you don't do live streaming yet, because it's a beginning of a channel. If you're trying to live stream early, like this early in a channel, it's kind of pointless, because you really have to have a following to do that. And you're falling on a lot of deaf ears. I've watched people stream and they have like 4 people watching. I just want to give them some money and say, hey man, you know, I feel for you, but there's literally, you have to have a following or something before you start live streaming. And not just that, if you're trying to make money, you have to unlock super stickers. So if someone wants to tip you some money for your live stream to help you out, then that's a kind gesture, you know. And I don't think that people live streaming on such a low level just yet is worth my time just yet. So that's where we kind of stand with a lot of stuff. Also, at some point, there's going to be a point where we're going to show you who we are. For those of you people that, like, apparently, okay, I just want you to know, I didn't have my family hop up on the YouTube channel bandwagon. I just didn't. We don't do that. But, okay, it didn't take long. Like, say, at first, it was like a collection of some friends and random people, and then next thing you know, some family members find out, and it's like, what the hell, you know? Who told you, you know? And then you know, I try to keep it secret, but because like my dad and people are kind of getting to that point to where, you know, they may not, you know, live for like too much longer, I think it's only right that I show them. I haven't showed my mom. My mom, you know, if you let her see what you're doing, she's going to try to tell you what to do. Okay, and that's the same thing you get. Usually you try to keep your family away from your stuff that you do, right? Because You know, I think it was like the first weekend, you know, I had my dad trying to tell me stuff, and I'm just like, oh God, here we go. You know, so you get this with family, and that's why, you know, certain friends you don't tell, certain family you don't tell about the YouTube thing. And, I mean, at a certain point, you'll let them know, but you don't go, you know. Apparently, my work found out, uh, and I'm not going to explain how that happened, and it wasn't from me. It took a while, right? So, God bless them. I love the people at work. You guys, we all come to work every day and work our butts off, and sometimes it's, you know, we get stressed out, and then sometimes it's great and easy, but it's work, and people, you know, every once in a while you have someone at work say something, and it's like, oh, so it's fun, but we have a lot to go over. The channel itself, we want to also listen to the audience. So if people I like it that you guys will even give me negative comments. I actually like that because I consider it constructive criticism, and it helps improve stuff. But nobody really ever really states what a problem is. I had one guy that stated something about the shaking of a camera, and he's right. Sometimes I kind of wanted to film something more or less, how is it Chris Angel would always say it, where you're running with the camera and stuff, and one continuous shot. That's what I was always like, that's, how you should do it, so there's no editing going on, and there has been times I made a few cuts here and there, but really a really good made video is going to have cuts in it, because that's what you do, to make. And a lot of stuff people watch, movies, is like cut, and there's so many cuts, and that's what keeps you watching, because there's one thing after another. So that's why I'm not playing the game and talking to you right now, because it's sidetracking me from telling you what is going down. Like I said, the audio thing is pissing me off. If you guys have it happen, let me know down in the comments, and try to report the video as I think it's feedback, not report. So you click on the feedback thing on the video and click no audio or poor audio quality. They're gonna have to do something about it. I've seen it on PlayStation, I've seen it on the Xbox app, I've seen it on the TV app, so I know now, and it's not me. I did so many things. There were so many Fortnite videos. I'm like, where's the background? Well, you'll notice right now I have background sound in my Fortnite videos, which I didn't before. And that's because I did a whole bunch of extra steps on my end to bypass their system. The thing is the Ninja Turtles video game it's not the frequency, but it's an embedded coding that their AI programming for the video being posted is actually corrupting and downsizing that part of the video. And there's a video that I'm going to throw up in the link that has this lady kind of talking about it. There's actually several people talking about this, just so you know. There was this one guy that was extremely pissed. He makes videos and he's pointing out what they're doing and why it's nerfing videos. He doesn't understand, though, if you're on the computer, you really don't have this problem. And the mobile apps, or the mobile phone, on your mobile phone, you really don't have this problem. So there's that. And I don't know if they're supporting the mobile phone more than anything. The best way I always said to watch YouTube is literally on your TV, because you get to kick back and just see everything. And you have the world at your hands. And I think YouTube is better than it ever has been, and it's only getting better. However, there are restrictions for copyrights, which is another thing I wanted to go over. They will copyright the hell out of your stuff, and you have to deal with it. It's not like a mark against your channel. They have an AI program that fishes out sound And if it's like sound, like for a video game, or I mean, like a music group, they will flag you and they'll send it to Hexacorp or someone. And Hexacorp is in frickin' India. Stay the hell out of my crap. Yeah. We're not dealing. This is America. Free roam. Okay, I understand you playing a Metallica song. The whole problem with copyrights is that YouTube itself, they want to make it to where basically if Metallica caught me playing Metallica and they do a copyright claim on me, they can't take down your channel unless if they can get 3 strikes on you for it. But they have to like file that copyright, and I have to either amend it right away or I pay them. And there's just so much crap with copyrights, and that's because the world has gotten into some whole bunch of bullshit where people just gotta have money. They want to take money from the poor people. It's ridiculous. You have no idea about this copyright crap unless if you run a YouTube channel. If you watch Tabor, he'll tell you all the time, copyright, copyright. And many other people talk about it too. So it's not just flowers and babies and video games. If you notice my stuff is nerfed as far as audio, that's because of YouTube. They do it. And sometimes you'll notice there's a section of a video where you would think it might have music. Well, you might be right. Sometimes it'll copyright flag me months later. So it's not the company or it's not actually like, say, Metallica flagging you. It's their AI program in YouTube. It goes through all of your videos, all of your old videos, and will like check them. And it'll check them periodically. And maybe even some of their creators at YouTube do this. And they'll be like, oh, that's a music from like Shutterstock or something. Get the hell out of here. I bought the shit. It come with the damn program. I own that. Once you buy it, you own it. Don't even try that with me, okay? Some guy off a Shutterstock. Come on, that's like, say, I made a keyboard sound, okay? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, and put it on Shutterstock for fucking 50 cents a download to make money. Well, you own rights to that. Well, not technically. If you go look at Shutterstock, in their rights and regulations, it says any content posted on here is at free will and is blah, blah, blah. And they basically, you lose your rights to your content. People who buy it own it, blah, blah, blah. Anybody that has it pretty much owns it. The Shutterstock thing is a joke. So basically, the YouTube AI program will surf out your video and find a melody that sounds like it, or maybe it is, who knows, and then they'll report it to Shutterstock. Most of the time they're reporting it to Hexacorp, because Hexacorp is some offbeat fucking India thing. And they need to stay the hell out of our country. America's America. I don't mind sharing with Canada, I don't mind sharing with Mexico, and I don't mind sharing with the UK, but India, the problem I have with India is I've got this payback scammer problem. I don't mind the people that work there. Some of them Indian guys are really cool. And the women are, they're funny and they know how to have a good time. The reality is not really necessarily the people, but they're people that live in that country have caused so much damage to other countries with their hacking and their scams. India is one of the #1 countries. India and China, Russia a little bit, but the real reality is India and China out there hacking. And I'm not kidding you. I watch a show called Scammer Payback. Okay, everybody has their little Fruit Loops on there, and his show really corrupted me towards India. And he's right. I've had these Indian people try to scam me into stuff before. And it's like, dude, I thought you guys were cool and don't have a problem with you. And now all of a sudden you guys are stepping the line. They're habitual line steppers over there. They're trying to make money. They don't have any money. And their idea is, let's get a whole bunch of computers together and try to get them to pay our banks and stuff. And it's just horrible. I mean, I do watch Scammer Payback because he's pretty cool, and I like pierogi, But unfortunately, I keep it to America. I keep it to Americans. UK, Canada, all that stuff. You guys are all cool. I don't have a problem with, necessarily India, but the way that they're kind of running it right now, it's overpopulated over there, and they need money, and they don't have it, so they resort to scamming. And I don't like that. It's dirty. It's very dirty, and it's not cool. Okay, it's just not. So you might hear that from time to time. It's I don't know really what to say, but I've had them do stuff before, and that's where it crosses the line with us. Also, another thing is you don't really see China messing with you that much anymore. They got a lot of rules over there in China. You step out of line, you get really bad off if you get caught over there. So, so. But anyways, on another topic here, like I said, the copyright thing is a pain in the butt, and it's trying to stay within those guidelines. And so what I need is their team of creators to have an face-to-face conversation with some of their creators and have like a good talk about where their problems lie. They have sent me many of these things where I have to like fill out forms and give them my opinion, and there's so much to say, and I'm just barely touching the surface on stuff. I mean, we're talking like, see, back in 2010, 2012, you didn't really have problems. Most people back in around 2010 were watching YouTube videos for music. So when YouTube first came out, I don't know, I'm saying 2007 up. It wasn't a big hit just yet, and then it was about music, and then they got in trouble with Napster, and so everybody was getting in trouble, and Metallica was the lead guy riding the horse in, burning them all down. Technically everything is a copyright, so someone's face, someone's house, someone's car with a license plate in the background, someone in a video. I mean, oh my God, imagine the copyright stuff. It is out of control. You being at Walmart is, you showing other people's artwork. You go down the list. Video games, #1 copyright. All kinds of copyright. But the only thing YouTube is really concerned about with copyrights, you got people posting full movies on here, on YouTube, and they're full movies, and where's the copyright for that, huh? Yeah. It's supposed to be for the people, by the people, everybody. For the people, by the people, America. Word up. Okay? This is supposed to be our freedom channel to post our videos and have the freedom that we want. And that's why YouTube was always successful. Because we got away with it, and it's on YouTube. Bam. Smackdown. Win. You wonder, basically satellite companies and cable companies are going south. They're losing it to the internet, and they're losing it to YouTube, Netflix, Hulu. I don't watch Hulu, but I'm just saying, they're losing. They're losing, okay? And just want you to know, YouTube is really where it's at because it's free, but if you want to get rid of those commercials, and not everybody has commercials, there's people that have commercials. Like originally, I shouldn't have any commercials, but I did do a promotion, so why not, right? So the reality is when you're running a promotion, it runs commercials. And a lot of people don't know this, that you are commercial free until you decide that you're going to not just monetize, but you have to do the ad thing where it'll put a commercial at the beginning, middle, and end, or you can actually select where they go in the video, that kind of thing. And you don't want to inundate people with that. And I don't like the idea of that because I always hated the commercials, but you'd wait for that skip button to appear so you could skip right to it, and you still get it to this day. But people that actually watch the commercial, if they watch that full commercial, I think you might get a little more pay, actually. I don't know, but just saying. It's all about views and people getting those views and getting those subscribers, and you know how it is with YouTube. I like to tell people, hey, you came on here, you want something good to watch, and it's not just about making content for you with this channel. It's about making content for everyone and for ourselves. So when I put out a video, I'm thinking of us and then some of the viewers, not because, oh, you don't like something. You know, this isn't about what you like and don't like. This is us. This is me. This is Sabrina. This is baby. You know, that's how we're going to do it. You know, we had someone try to tell us what to do with the kid or something, and I'm just like, you know, you're going to get this. But like I said, good constructive criticism about stuff, like the guy saying the shaking of the camera, sometimes it will be stabilized, sometimes it's going to be all out war, right? But we do have a lot coming. I'm working hard on doing certain other things, and I do this on my spare time. So tonight's Saturday night, we're going to post this video. I'm going to put little pop-its up there, but that audio problem, there's this one lady, and I don't know if she's Russian or she's got a weird name. I might put a link to her video in the description about this audio problem. And I think I should probably do that because I'm hinting on this, that there is a problem. And it's not, and I tried to fix it, and I think it's only with certain games, okay? Certain games that are not 4K games, okay? So that's where we're pushing the envelope here, okay? You should have proper sound, but it's not about the frequency. And she's describing in the video about frequency and certain levels of decibels. That's not really it. I've already done that. So their AI program has a little malfunction with their app. And if you go, it's an embedded coding, and it's at the drop of the bar. So I've noticed that if I grab this bar and somehow raise it, and that's what I'm working on in the sound production right now, actually. And I'm not going to hammer this out fully this weekend because I've got a lot to do, guys. But some other guys can give you good tidbits as to what they're doing instead of, you know, it just depends on what you're using. There's a lot of different stuff out there. There's OBS, there's Streamlabs, there's other things to like stream games and do games on. But whenever you play old school video games, it's something about the embedded coding on that line. Even if you don't process it in 4K, I'm going to do another test video of a base video without the 4K and see. I'm not putting this video out for you guys to like do views on or anything, and I might actually remove it after so long because it won't be in 4K. It's going to be a dropped video as another test run. I'm doing this for YouTube themselves for the research. After you get so far into YouTube, they'll send you a letter and a message about YouTube research. And what I am looking to improve is overall quality. I sit at home and watch YouTube on my TV. I'll be at work and my YouTube is still running. I have multiple YouTube accounts, obviously not just one. I could be at work and I check on my phone and why does it say I'm watching something? Well, I'm not. You know who it is. Goo Goo Gaga, everybody. That's right. So, you know, anyways, the point being is you guys need to, if you guys are watching this video and it's really long, on the video, when you're watching the video, go in there. If it's got missing sound or you're not hearing the in-game audio or it's really low, then you don't go to the report thing. You go to the feedback or something and click on that video and submit it, okay? Because I am actively engaged with YouTube research, and we are going to hammer out this problem and where it lies. From what I am seeing, and there's so many people complaining about this, and so that's why once I have the data and I've got it captured and I've narrowed it down, I'm going to send it all to them. I've already stated part of a case to them, and we're going to get even deeper with them on this, and that's something that I'll have to go over more later. But just wanted you guys to know, if you're watching on your TV and you hear that the sound is really low, it's because of that. Okay, I have some of the most expensive software and some of the stuff, and it's only certain videos, and it's only on those apps. It's not on your phone. It's not on your computer. That's how you know the app needs fixed. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, put them down in the comments. That's like 50 minutes worth of talking. So if you sat through this point, give yourself some brownie points. I probably owe you $1 million just for listening to bullshit. So I am going to post this, and there's even more I wanted to say tonight, but I'm going to leave a lot more of it for the updates. We will be posting pictures of ourselves and doing a lot more, but that's more down the line. It's not like we need to post who we are out there right now. My point is, I wanted to get good in-game video content, and some of them aren't producing sound properly. Well, they do. They play just fine on my computer. It's YouTube's app. I want it to be perfect on all levels. So it's different stuff, okay? And there's all these options out there, and I've been through it all. So they actually do have a problem with some of their apps. So uninstall the app and reinstall after a reset. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go on that note. There's a whole bunch of stuff I have to say, even money-making videos in the future. Everything. You know, you pretty much name it, I'm going to go there. There's going to be a lot of stuff, even scary stuff, aliens, UFOs. By the way, aliens are real. If the government decides they're going to, like, they just announced some sort of airplane, that X-47 or what is it, F-47, that, you know, oh, we're going to be advanced tactical war fighters. No, you're releasing this because you're starting shit with other countries, and countries are, you know, you got to deal with them and blah, blah, blah. But the reality is it's just a badass fighter that has drones and shit and whatever, has almost hypersonic capabilities, and it's cloaking and all this and that. And they're not telling you all that, you know, I'll tell you that. And they need to focus on making starships, okay? That's where the reality is. Not fucking around with war. You guys are going to have to get off your planet eventually. All that overmass of humans that you have, put them to work on Mars and ship them back here every few months. That's how it works. Anyways, talk to you on the next one. Thanks. Subscribe.